Good morning, students. This is Ajay Kumar Solanki once again, and today I am going to explain the story All Summer in a Day. For your better understanding, this is the story in which another planet, Venus, has been introduced. Venus actually is a fictitious planet by this writer, and this is the fictitious story in which it has been clearly stated that jealousy, bullying, and negative feelings for others lead us only towards our downfall, our dejection, our disappointment. We repent later if we do wrong for others. So, in this story, it has been clearly shown that Venus planet was the planet where there was the constant rain continuously for 7 years. And children, those who were living on Venus planet, were quite fed up. With this season, they were eagerly waiting for the sun rise that used to shine only for 1 or 2 hours after 7 years of continuous rain. As the children were quite an original inhabitant of Venus planet, so that is why they were quite satisfied earlier before the arrival of the main character of the story, Margot. Now let us read the story. Children were waiting for the sun as per the predictions made by the scientists. They were asking each other whether they were ready to see the sun. Then other children supported this point of view and they said that soon they will see the sun. Do the scientists really know? And now the children inquired from other children that were the scientists telling the truth? Were they quite sure? Will it happen today? Yes or no? Then the other children said, look for yourself. No need to disturb us, because every child was looking quite enthusiastic, excited to have a view of the sun at first. And in this effort, they were pressing hard to each other, pushing each other, because they were intermixed. Weeds and roses. They were good and bad children both, mischievous and good children both, and they were trying hard to look out the sun at first. That was still hiding under the clouds. Rain was still there, continuous rain was still there, and not only for one day, it was raining for 7 years. Thousands upon thousands of days compounded. If we join thousands days and add another 1,000 days, means continuously. There was no end of the rain, and that very rain filled up every area from this end to that end only with water. There were waterlogged areas everywhere. Sound of water flow, drumming, gushing could be heard every time, and the crystallic rainfall, water droplets were falling down, and the disturbances of storms and sounds could be heard everywhere. And now the island that was Venus planet was looking like such an island where there were enormous water, and this water actually was seemingly looking like waves, tidal waves, and thousands forests actually had been quite destroyed already by this rain storm, and another thousands which were growing up were looking quite ready to be crushed again, to be disturbed, to be destroyed again. And this was the way life was forever on the planet Venus. And this was the regular life of Venus planet. And this was the schoolroom of the children of the rocket men and women, those who had come to a raining world to set up civilization and live out their lives. Now the children were living over there, and this is their lifestyle. They had gone there with their parents sitting in rockets. Rockets men and women actually had gone there first to set up the civilization on Venus planet, because of which the children, those who were living out there, were facing the same lifestyle, that was the constant rainy style, living in such an atmosphere continuously. Now it is stopping. Surprisingly, some of the children cried, yes, All were looking quite happy. Margot, who was still standing apart, she was not indulged with other children because, after all, she was the inhabitant of Earth earlier. Before 5 years, actually, she had come from Ohio, from Athens, to Venus planet. She was only 4 years young when she left the Earth. Who could ever remember a time when there was not rain and rain? And she knew it very well that children actually must be of 2 years when last time the rain stopped, because of which it must not be in their consideration when the rain stopped before. Because how a 2 year young child can remember it? They were all 9 years old. All the children living on Venus planet were of 9 years. And if there had been a day 7 years ago when the sun came out for an hour and showed its face to the stunned world, they could not recall. Children actually, before 7 years, when the sun came out under the clouds, it was hitting, and when it came out, then obviously the age of the children was only 2 years, and it was not possible for them to recall how the sun was. Sometimes at night she heard them say, at the time of night, Margot used to hear the children, and she knew it very well that the children actually were dreaming. They were watching out the dream, and in their dream they were recalling the sun in different shapes, like gold coin, like a yellow crayon, or a coin large enough to buy the world with. This was completely their imagination that the sun must be like this. Sun must be like a big coin by which the whole world can be purchased. She knew they thought they remembered the warmness like a blushing in the face, in the body, in the arms and legs and trembling hands. And Margot knew it very well that children must be thinking about the warmth of the sun, how it used to affect the body, arms, legs, trembling hands. All these things actually children used to think about. But when they always awoke to the tattering drum, the endless shaking down of clear, bead necklaces upon the roof, the walk, the gardens, the forest, and their dreams were gone. When the children used to wake up in the morning, then they could see everywhere only the crystallic rain droplets. And the rain droplets were everywhere, whether it was roof, sideways, gardens, forest, and they finally came out of their dreams. All day yesterday they had read in class about the sun, and yesterday, the whole day actually, they were studying about the sun, about how like a lemon it was and how hot, and they had written small stories or essays or poems about it. And in their classes they were writing essays, poems and different things on the topic sun. And I think the sun is a flower, and this was the composition of Margot. Margot had also written her poem, and according to him, sun must be like a flower that blooms for just an hour. And that was Margot's poem. And this was the poem of Margot, which she read in the silent classroom, and while the rain was falling outside. Inside the classroom there was silence, and while outside of the classroom still rain was falling. Yeah, you didn't write that, protested one of the boys. One of the boys named William did not like Margot at all, and he was not sure enough whether Margot had written that poem. Margot said yes, she had written that poem, no doubt in it. Teacher actually protested and stopped William. And but that was yesterday. This was the thing we are discussing about yesterday. And now the rain, now come to the present, and now the rain was slackening. Now the rain was reducing, and the children were crushed into the great thick windows, and the children were now once again over one another, and they were near the big windows and wanted to have a view of the sun. One of the children inquired about the teacher where she was. Another child replied that she will be back very soon. Child actually did not want to miss the sight of the sun. So that's why one of the children said that if teacher does not come in time, if she does not hurry, then we may miss the sight of the sun. Now the children turned on themselves, just like a feverish wheel, just like the spokes, tumbling spokes of the wheel. As the wheel without control, without brake, moves forward without any brake, similarly, children also did the same. They were going forward without any control. Because the curiosity was too much in them, Margot stood alone, and she was a very frail girl. Margot was standing alone. She was a weak looking girl who looked as if she had been lost in the rain. Now, the effect of the rain could be seen on her physical appearance. She had lost all her charms, blueness of her eyes, and redness of her face, yellowness of her hair. Every charm actually she had lost because of such surroundings where there was only rain. She was an old photograph, and her condition was like that very dusted photograph that has not been taken out for long from album, and the layer of dust could be seen over it. Similarly, Margot was, and she spoke at all her voice would be a ghost, and voice was also not good, just like a in a very rough voice like a ghost she spoke. And whenever if she spoke at all, she did not spoke, but whenever she got the chance, whenever she was willing to speak at all, and she used to speak in a very rough voice. Now she was standing separate without taking any interest in the other children, and she was looking out of the window to that very big glass window and to that very raining world. That was Venus. Said William, where are you? What are you looking at? William inquired of once again what Margot was looking at. Margot was silent. William was irritated at this. Speak when you are spoken to. भाई जब तुमसे कहा जा रहा है तो तुम बोलो, तो तुम बोला करो. He gave a shove. Shove means push. उसने मार्गेट को पुश भी किया, उसे हिलाया भी, but she did not move. Rather, she let herself be moved only by him. Only because of the force applied by William, her body shook. She did not apply her own force to move her body. Rest of the children made their way clear and they moved. Margot actually was watching out them passing. She did not fixedly look at them. And this was because she would play the games with them in the echoing tunnels, and there was the differences. There were the differences between them, between Margot and other children, because Margot took no interest in playing with them when they used to play in echoing tunnels, in vibrating tunnels, in their underground cities of Venus. Whenever the children used to tag her, join her, and told her to run or chase them, she did nothing, only she kept blinking her eyelids and did nothing. And she showed no movement at all and did not follow them. When the class sang songs about happiness, when children used to sing, expressing their happiness, they used to sing songs about life, games, but Margot actually did not follow them, did not sing with them. Margot used to take interest in them only when they used to talk about sun and summer. Rest of the things were quite useless for her. And when the other children used to talk about sun and summer, then the Margot, watching out of the wet windows, drenched means wet, drenched wet windows, used to sing with them. And then of course the biggest crime of all was she had come here only 5 years ago from Earth. And this was the biggest crime of Margot, because Margot had come from Earth to Venus 5 years before, while the other children were the inhabitants of the Venus planet. And she remembered the sun. Margot remembered the sun, but the children used to guess about it, the way sun was. And Margot used to know the functioning of the sun, the working of the sun. Even she saw the sky also when she was in Ohio, Athens, with her parents. and they had been on Venus all their lives since childhood, and they had been only 2 years old when last the sun came out. And it was already told by me to you that children were only of 2 years. When 7 years before the sun stopped, the rain stopped, and they watched out the sun, because of which they did not recall at all about it and had long since forgotten the color. And as a result, they did not know what the color of the sun was, what the heat of the sun is. And by the way, the really was, but Margot remembered. And Margot remembered it. So, because of which, this was the reason the children did not like her at all. Just like a penny, she said once. Once Margot, keeping her eye closed, said to the children that sun is like a penny. But children denied, children cried, and they protested, blaming that she is lying. Sun is not like this. It is like a fire, as seen in a stove. You are lying, you don't remember. Again, children protested. But she remembered and stood quietly apart from all of them. Margot now stood up, and in a very cool and calm way, she was standing aloof and started watching those windows. Through them, water was coming down, making the pattern. And once, a month ago, she had noticed to shower in the school shower rooms. Margot was so much terrified of water that she once denied to take bath in the school shower room. Even she clutched her hands to her ears and over her head also, and she was shouting. She did not want that the water should touch her head anyhow, but gradually she sensed it, she guessed it, that she was quite different than the other children, because the other children were living over there and she had come there from earth. So that's why she kept herself away from them. There was talk that her father and mother were taking her back to earth next year. It was also the rumor that Margot may go to earth once again with her parents. And if it happened, then it must be really very vital, very life giving to her, though the expenses must be too much. If her parents come sitting in rockets once again to Venus planet, then they will have to bear great expenses. And so the children hated her for all these reasons, whether the big or the small reasons, but the children hated Margot a lot. They hated her pale snow face. They did not like her serious looking face, without a smiling face, in which there was only wait for the sun to go to the earth. They did not like her thinness. She was thin in appearance. She got thin, and her possible future, that must be bright. So that's why these were the reasons because of which they did not like her at all. The boy gave her another push. Now William, giving her another push, told her to go away from there, from the window. And then for the first time she turned and looked at him. Now Margot was surprised because she believed in the predictions made by the scientists, and she was sure that sun will come out soon. What she was waiting for was in her eyes. William could see easily that Margot was waiting for the sun. Well, don't wait around here, cried the boy savagely. Savagely means wildly. William said in a very wild way that she should not stand over here because nothing could be seen today. Margot was surprised, her lips moved, she wanted to speak something, and the word which she spoke was nothing. Nothing will appear today? Now, he cried, yes, nothing. It was all a joke. Whatever the scientists had made in predictions regarding the sun was not correct. And he turned out to the other children for getting their assent. And other children, first of all, did not understand what William wanted from them. But later, after taking some time, they understood and shook their heads, showing positivity, and said that today nothing could be seen. Scientists made the false predictions. Oh, but Margot whispered her eyes helpless. Margot was looking helpless now and in a very low tone whispered, धीरे से बोलना, but this is the day. The scientists predict, they say, they know the sun. But Margot, in a stammering manner, because she was quite confused, she was supporting the scientist and she said that they must know because they are intelligent people. They, as per their predictions, sun will. But William did not give the chance to Margot to complete her statement, and he once again told her that all was joke. Whatever the scientist said was a joke. And not only this, he seized her roughly. He held her hand very tightly in a very rough way. Everyone, let's put her in a closet. Now come everyone. He called for all these friends. And now before the arrival of the teacher, we should put her inside the closet. No, Margot started protesting. She was trying hard to save herself from the grip of them. They surged about her, means they hung about her. They came close to her, caught her up, and started carrying her. She was first protesting, but later she started requesting them and then crying back into the tunnel. Then they took her into a room, a closet, and they slammed. Thereafter they slammed means धम से बंद करना. And they slammed, they locked the door. उन्होंने मार्गोट को अंदर क्लोजेट में बंद कर दिया. They stood looking at the door and they did not go from that very spot. And they started listening to the sound, listening to the voice of Margot, who was trying hard to come out of the closet. First she was beating with her hands, thereafter she threw her body against the door so as to come out. They heard her muffled cries. Muffled cries means not audible cries, because she was inside the closet, so that's why they could not hear her clear cries from inside. Then when they were sure that she could not come out, then in a very happy mood, they turned from that very spot and came back through the tunnel to the same spot where they were already. At the time when the teacher arrived, and teacher asked the children whether they were ready, and she glanced at her watch, and she, looking at her watch, she asked the children whether they were ready to see the sun or not. All the children in unison replied that they were quite ready. Teacher wanted to know whether all of them were present there. Children said yes. The rain lacked still more. Now the rain was reduced too much. They crowded to the huge door. Now the children crowded near the huge door, big door, and out of which they can enjoy. They can roam around here and there. The rain stopped finally, for which they were waiting.